If you are planning to travel with a baby for the first time, or honestly, even if you've done it before and thought never again, this video is for you because flying with a baby can either feel completely chaotic and overwhelming or surprisingly smooth depending on what you bring with you. And I've learned firsthand that the difference comes down to having the right items with you, not more stuff, that's the key, just the right stuff that actually makes your life easier in the airport and on the plane. So today I'm sharing my top 10 baby travel essentials specifically for the airport and airplane experience. I'm going to do a separate video on general travel items for, hotels, rental cars, all of that, but everything in this video is focused on getting through the airport, onto the plane, and through that travel day as smoothly as possible. And everything that I do mention is linked in my Amazon storefront in the description if you want to check anything out. So let's go ahead and start with number one. And this is something that I didn't think about at all before my very first trip, but now I would never travel without it. Number one is a stroller and car seat bag. Most airlines allow you to check both a stroller and a car seat for free, and it doesn't count towards your baggage allowance, which is amazing. It's so nice. But what they don't tell you is how roughly those items can be handled behind the scenes. The first time that you see your stroller come down that baggage belt, you realize very quickly why having a stroller and a car seat bag to protect your stuff really does matter. These bags help protect your stroller and car seat from getting scratched, dirty, damaged during transit. And yes, if you have a separate stroller and car seat, you will need two separate bags. It might feel like an extra step, but it does give you that peace of mind knowing that your baby gear is protected, especially when you've invested a lot of money into those items. And now this leads perfectly into number two, which is honestly the biggest game changer on this list. Number two is the Doona stroller. If you've never seen this before, it is essentially a stroller that folds directly into a car seat without having to reconfigure anything, take anything off. It sounds super simple, but in real life, it completely changes how you travel. Instead of dealing with a stroller frame and a separate car seat and two bags, you now have one single piece of equipment. You can roll it through airport like you would a stroller, and then right when you get to the gate, it folds down into a car seat, and then you just slip it into a car seat bag. So like I said, this just means you need one bag to check it, and you're not juggling multiple bulky items while also holding your baby. But honestly, the biggest benefit isn't just at the airport, in my opinion. It's once you actually get to your destination, you don't have to carry around both a stroller and a car seat everywhere you go. It just simplifies everything so much. And I'll be honest here, normally I would not recommend something this expensive. I'm usually very practical and very budget friendly when it comes to baby gear because I don't think you need all the expensive stuff. But this is one of those rare items where I was genuinely surprised that I bought it myself, and I have zero regrets. It is so sturdy, so convenient, and if you are planning to travel even semi-regularly, it's one of those few items that truly feels worth it. Now, number three is something small but incredibly helpful, especially when you're going through security. It's a sling or a baby wrap. This is a must-have for me because it allows you to keep your baby close and hands-free while you're navigating through TSA, boarding the plane, or just walking through the airport. You can wear your baby through security, which makes the whole process so much smoother. It's also amazing, at least for my baby, for naps on the plane and in the airport. Airports are loud, they're overstimulating, and planes can be unpredictable, but having your baby in a wrap creates that cozy, familiar environment that helps them settle and fall asleep more easily. And when your baby is sleeping on you, everything else becomes a lot easier. Number four is your diaper bag, but not just any diaper bag. I personally use a backpack style diaper bag that also doubles into a portable changing station, and I cannot recommend this enough. When you are traveling, you have no idea where or when you're gonna have to change your baby, and let's be honest, not all public changing tables are ideal. So having a bag that unfolds into its own clean, keyword clean, changing space is such a lifesaver, especially for little ones under 12 months. Mine also has an insulated compartment for milk and snacks, plus plenty of space for diapers, wipes, extra clothes, toys, all that kind of stuff. And even if your diaper bag already has a built-in changing pad, or if it doesn't, it's still really nice to have a separate portable changing pad inside your bag. Just gives you this extra layer of cleanliness and flexibility, especially in places where you don't want to put your baby directly down, and especially for babies that are older than 12 months, because sometimes it is harder to get your older babies to fit in that portable backpack and not have them roll around, flip over, try to stand up, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad that I have both, and I do highly recommend it. So no matter what age your baby is, you're set as they continue to grow. Now, number five is all about keeping your baby entertained, which if you've flown with a baby, you know is absolutely key. This is toys and distractions, and this will vary, of course, depending on your baby's age, but the goal is to bring items that are engaging, easy to pack, and ideally not super loud. Make sure that everyone around you isn't super annoyed by you and your baby. Some of my favorites are suction cup spinners because you can stick them right on the tray table or the window and they hold attention pretty well for a long time, at least for my baby. For older babies, especially around 12 months and up, busy board books are amazing. Things like soft activity books, Velcro boards, and sensory pages that keep them occupied longer. Other great options are fidget toys, poppet style toys, soft stacking cups, or reusable sticker books. And one of my favorite little hacks is also to bring a couple of new toys your baby has never seen before or hasn't seen in a long time. That novelty factor can buy you so much time during a flight because it's just so new. They're so entranced by it. And if they're at an age where they are feeding themselves snacks, a snack spinner doubles as a toy that will also keep them entertained and keep things fun while also feeding them, which takes up a lot of time. Another really good hack with toys is organization, right? You can obviously just throw everything into your diaper bag and take it out as you go, but something that does work really well is using a hanging toiletry bag, putting all of the toys inside of it, and then once you're on the plane, you can hang it on the seat in front of you so everything is organized, it's visible, and it's easy to grab without kind of digging through your diaper bag too much. Number 6 is toy attachments, and this is one of those small things that makes a huge difference. If you've ever spent an entire flight picking up toys off of the ground over and over again, then you know exactly why this matters. Toy straps or attachments keep toys connected to your baby's seat, stroller, or tray table so they don't constantly fall on the floor. It saves you so much time and frustration, and honestly it just makes the whole experience feel a lot less chaotic. I've tried tons of different attachments and I prefer the ones that are silicone and kind of made to slip through the holes because they also double as a really nice teething toy for my baby, which is really nice. But there are tons out there on the market with different materials and the way that the straps are different, like different shapes and all that. So just take a look and see what makes the most sense for your baby or what they like, because I've bought 3 and these are the ones that stick with her. So you kind of just got to buy some and try them out. Number 7 is a portable sound machine. This is one of those things that might not seem necessary until you try it and then you never travel again without it. A small rechargeable white noise machine can help your baby sleep in unfamiliar environments, whether that's on the actual plane or even during travel delays in busy areas like airports. It just creates a consistent sleep environment, which is so helpful when everything else feels very new, different, and like overstimulating for them. And number 8 is snacks and feeding essentials, which becomes especially important as your baby gets a little bit older. I highly recommend bringing snacks that are easy to eat, not super messy, and easy for them to grab and kind of feed themselves. Things like pouches, crackers, and soft finger foods are great options. One thing that I've really been loving is the stainless steel snack cups that help prevent spills while also allowing your baby to grab snacks from it and feed themselves. And like I mentioned before, the snack spinner is awesome if your child is old enough to actually push the spinner and feed themselves because it can keep them entertained for quite a while. And pairing either the cups or spinners with snacks like Amara smoothie bites is perfect because they're mess free, they're easy to handle, they're great for travel, plus they have literally perfect ingredients, like no bad ingredients in them. So I love them and you can get them on Amazon, which makes them super easy. Snacks aren't just for feeding, they're also one of the best tools for keeping your baby distracted and happy throughout the whole flight. Number 9 is a change of clothes for both your baby and you. And this is one of those things that you hope that you don't need, but when you do, you really do. Spit ups, spills, blowouts, it happens, especially on travel days. Having a fresh outfit for your baby is obvious, but having a backup shirt for yourself can also make a huge difference in how comfortable you feel for the rest of the journey. If you watched my first time flying with a baby honest experience video, you'll remember that 2 hours into our 11-hour flight from London to LA, my daughter had a huge poop blowout that not only destroyed her clothes, but mine too, my shirt and my pants, since she was laying on me when it happened. And thank God I had a change of clothes or I would have been sitting in poop for hours. And finally, number 10 is a travel milk bottle warmer. If your baby is still in the drinking bottles phase, this is such a helpful item because it allows you to warm milk on the go without relying on flight attendants or airport facilities. Just gives you more control and makes feeding your baby so much easier during travel. And if your baby is past that milk in a bottle phase, I will give you a number 10 as well, and that is a straw cup that are basically not spillable. I use these Dr. Brown straw cups and they are amazing. They're only $4 and it's basically impossible for them to spill because the straw is weighted and they can pretty much drink from it in any position, which makes things super easy. So I highly recommend these. My daughter has loved these since she was like 10 months old and they are my absolute go-to. And those are my top 10 baby travel essentials specifically for flying. Everything that makes the airport and airplane experience smoother, easier, and honestly way less stressful. At the end of the day, traveling with a baby doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's definitely different, don't get me wrong, especially if you've traveled a lot before having a baby, but with the right setup, it can actually be really enjoyable. And some of my favorite memories have come from traveling together as a family. If you found this helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe because I'm sharing more real life mom content, travel tips, and everything that I'm learning along the way as a first-time mom. And don't forget, everything I mentioned in this video is linked in my Amazon storefront in the description to make it super easy for you. And if you've traveled with a baby before, leave your must-have item in the comments because I'm always looking for new tips too. Now let's take a look at my first flight experience with my baby on an 11-hour flight from London to LA.